Yo.
Yeah.
We're back at it, y'all.
Back at it, guys. Just continuously want to thank you for supporting us. We're at 100K now and continuously moving on up. Hoping you're enjoying the content and you're learning, you're growing, and you're doing some research and figuring out and finding out some things for yourself. Let's go. What we got?
Let's go. So, this clip is President Trump condemning white supremacy. Man, it's my teeth. It just feel like my mouth is so full of stuff.
You got to get used to him.
Man, I'm not used to this. Woo.
That's all.
President Trump condemning white supremacy.
Are you willing tonight to condemn white supremacists and militia groups?
Sure. You've got David Duke just joined, a bigot, a racist, a problem.
Would you repudiate David Duke?
Sure.
David Duke and robocalls are out again, the white supremacist movement supporting you. Do you have any words for that?
Well, I disavow.
David Duke endorsed me? Okay. All right. I disavow. Okay?
When we looked at it and looked at the question, I disavowed David Duke. So I've disavowed David Duke all weekend long on Facebook, on Twitter, and obviously it's never enough.
Trump's refusal to condemn, distance himself from white supremacists.
The Anti-Defamation League is already out there asking the president to clarify why he didn't condemn white supremacists.
So are you prepared right now to make a clear and unequivocal statement renouncing the support of all white supremacists?
Of course I am. Of course.
This is one of the things that kept coming up that made people think that he was a racist because of David Duke. So I want to ask this question. So if you are, running for president or whatever your office is, and someone endorses you and wants to pay money, can you refuse the money and say, I don't want the money because?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's what he's saying.
I think so.
Disavows David Duke. So that means he doesn't receive whatever support if he contributed to the campaign.
That's what I think.
Okay.
Of course I am.
When Chris joined, we had a news conference, and they asked me the exact same question. I said, I disavow. I disavowed then. I disavowed today on ABC with George Stephanopoulos. I disavowed again.
David Duke is a bad person who I disavowed on numerous occasions over the years.
I'm willing to do anything. I want to see peace.
Then do it, sir.
Say it. Do it. Say it. I totally disavow the Ku Klux Klan. I totally disavow David Duke. Ultimately, he got to the Ku Klux Klan, which obviously I'm going to disavow. I've rejected David Duke. I've rejected the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan.
David Duke is saying to his supporters and followers, vote for Donald Trump. White supremacists are saying, vote. Do you want those votes?
No, I don't want them, and I don't want him to say it.
And you want the supporters?
No, I don't want anything.
What do you think of white supremacists, by the way?
I don't like any group of hate.
David Duke announced his.
There you go.
See, there it is.
There you go.
That was it.
But how many times does he have to say it? 100 trillion?
Because this is why when they were trying to paint the picture,
and
if this whole white supremacy thing hadn't been the thing, then people would have voted for him like crazy.
Yes.
But the media made that narrative, and the media pushed that heavy for you to vote Democrat.
Yes, and when you have to look at the stations who were publicizing it, who were releasing those stories, because I know that was one of the main things, and all you had to hear was that one time, and not see these clips. I never saw any of these clips.
Me either.
And you've had how many come up here? Different ones.
Yeah.
March 2016. Was that 2016 or was that 2018? I can't tell.
I think that's 18.
It's just like, okay, how many times does he need to say this?
Yeah.
It's not like it's been reported of him hanging out at his house, him having drinks and
Exactly.
playing golf with him.
But
yet,
Biden was the one that had the Klan.
exactly. Let's go.
Senate candidacy, claiming your agenda.
Are you ready before you ask the question?
Newt Gingrich said every Republican should repudiate this guy no matter what it takes.
And I do. Rebuked. Is that okay? Rebuked.
Rebuked.
Done.
Just to clear it up this morning, can you, naming it, make a declarative statement that that the president denounces it?
Racism is evil, and those who cause violence in its name are criminals and thugs, including the KKK, neo-Nazis, white
2017.
supremacists.
Do you want white supremacists to vote for you?
No, I don't at all. Not at all.
His campaign is denouncing a show of support from the KKK's official newspaper, as in the Ku Klux Klan.
In the same New York Times interview, he denounced white supremacists. He denounced the neo-Nazis who support him.
President Donald Trump signed a congressional joint resolution that condemns white supremacy, neo-Nazis, and other hate groups.
When he was asked to condemn white supremacists, he didn't.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally.
When specifically asked if he would denounce white supremacists, that the president dodged it.
I spoke out
How?
forcefully against hatred, bigotry,
There go
and
Michael the Black
violence,
Man.
and strongly condemned the neo-Nazis,
That's
the white
right.
supremacists, and the KKK.
Well, I have to say that it's disappointing that a sitting U.S. president can't outright condemn white supremacy.
In one voice, our nation must condemn racism, bigotry, and white supremacy.
So he goes, you see 2016, 2018, 2019, 2020. How in the world is he still keeping his composure and has not snapped on these people? Because
Exactly.
it's just like he is a broke record. He keeps saying this over and over throughout these years.
But
what else do you,
The
what
party
else do you want to
the
do?
Democratic Party didn't want to accept that. So I didn't,
else?
and most of us did not see all these clips you talk about. We took one,
And where
maybe
do
took
you-
one thing that CNN said and ran with it, and they ran that all the way through, because you got to understand the Democratic Party, their whole thing is about white supremacy and exclusion for certain groups.
Yeah, separation.
So,
They
yeah.
want to divide people. They want to divide the races. That's what they want to do.
President of the United States, in the year of our Lord 2020, refuses to condemn white supremacists.
Where?
Any group of hate, I don't like it. Any group of hate,
Come on.
I am, whether it's white supremacy, whether it's any other kind of supremacy, whether it's Antifa, whether it's any group of hate, I am very concerned about it, and I'll do something about it.
He's yet wants
See?
to condemn white supremacy,
Oh my
the neo-Nazis.
gosh,
He
I
hasn't
can't.
condemned the darn thing.
This is crazy.
Those were your people. Biden, those were the white supremacy people were your folks.
So
the ones you
this-
took pictures with back in the day and,
Exactly.
and represented and
Okay,
supported.
so this clearly shows that when they want to paint a picture to you to have you believe a falsity, even though you see the truth, you see it with your own two eyes and hear it with your own two ears. The man over 5 to 10 times in this video, count how many times he kept saying the same thing throughout the years of clips that are in this video. And yet you still have people coming on that want to act like they didn't hear it. So that's what's going on today.
Right.
So if you don't see it and don't realize it, then, you got to pray and ask for God to take the blinders off.
Yeah, for
Because
sure.
clearly here, if you can't see it, and then where's the proof of him hanging out with the people?
No.
Is there any hold friends? Let's go get some breakfast. Let's go to
What
Waffle
happens
House.
is the narrative that they're painting paints a picture in everyone's mind, so people don't have to physically see it because they said it,
Oh,
and it
my
paints a picture in
gosh.
the brain of people to go ahead and go against him because he supports, because they're trying to make him support the Klan.
That's like somebody saying this is chicken. If it's chicken, but you want to say it's steak. No, this isn't chicken. It's steak. Wait a minute now. From what my brain knows and what a chicken is, this is chicken. No, it's steak. It's steak.
No, or
Okay.
no, what they did was
No, that's what they were
no,
doing.
what they did was they be like, that's chicken. You ain't never seen this chicken. You ain't never seen this chicken, but that chicken is chicken. So everybody know that chicken is chicken. When actually the chicken is steak.
And
But you can't see, but you don't see, but you ain't seeing it.
You are seeing it. You can see he is telling you with your own two eyes.
Yeah.
You can hear and you know the difference between a falsity and a lie.
I'm talking about one in regards to them hanging
Truth,
hanging with Klansmen. You don't see none of
No,
that. You just see the
exactly.
picture
It's no
that they said were
proof.
words.
Exactly. There was no proof, but yet he kept denouncing, not claiming, rebuking, rebutting, whatever he needed to do every time he said it over the course of how many years since 2016. So I don't understand it.
It's only 3 situations where they kept trying to paint them. It was that
can't.
KKK. It was the thing with throwing the toilet paper to wherever they remember pandemic. He was tossing toilet paper or tissue paper, whatever, paper towels or whatever that was, and then somebody not letting some claim that wouldn't let black people stay at his hotel or something like that. That's been the thing.
We're gonna get
Get
behind
the details because it's never the story.
It really isn't. And now that we're clear and okay, like who's reporting this? Which channel is this? Because certain channels I'm not even going to watch because it's so obvious that you got a person here that's telling you how they feel. They're substantiating their claim by walking it out, and yet you want to say it's opposite. It's
Right.
like okay, I don't get it. That's why you have to be a thinker.
That's why you
have to think for yourself and operate on walking the truth.
That's right.
Because if you want to accept the lie for the truth, then you just as twisted as the news that you listen to. So therefore, you're going to be confused and make wrong and bad decisions when it comes to voting, and maybe even other areas of your life because you don't want to accept what's real because you want something else to be the truth. And that's crazy.
All right.
Well, there you have it, folks.
And there you have it. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't take a nosedive, but comment down in the section below if you want some more.
We ain't judging, we just saying. Pay attention to the facts and the truth. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah.
Bye.